The Hindu tradition of sati, whereby a recently widowed woman commits suicide on her husband's funeral pyre, has been outlawed in India since 1829. Despite this, cases are still common within certain communities, as Karan Singh discovered.
This may be an unlikely setting to discuss death, but Sharbati Bai had a close brush with it. When her husband died recently, the 60-year-old decided to kill herself on his funeral pyre, the ancient but rarely practiced Hindu custom of sati.
I love my husband dearly. Life here is difficult. There is no water to drink, and who will help with my medication? I don't know what happened. I prayed to God to lift me from here, and then I fainted.
Luckily for Sharbati, villagers stopped her in time. This is the biggest change in India's fight against sati since it was outlawed in 1829. That an entire village in this Hindu heartland came forward and prevented sati from taking place.
She was sitting by the funeral pyre, saying, "Light it, light it. I want to become a sati." There was a crowd of over 100 people there. We stopped her and caught hold of her and brought her away from the fire.
Sati was supposed to be voluntary, but there have been accounts of women being forced or drugged. Property tussles are often the reason, with male heirs preferring to do away with a widow, leaving the inheritance entirely in their hands. In other cases, women commit sati themselves because of the prestige it brings the family.
Whatever the rich people did in the past, the poor think is a mark of status and follow blindly, because through sati, a family's spiritual status and prestige jumps, and so does its source of income. On the other hand, sometimes when a husband dies, his widow is left with no financial support and prefers to die in a sort of respectable suicide.
India's most infamous sati case took place here in the village of Devrala exactly 22 years ago. 18-year-old Roop Kaur committed sati on the funeral pyre of her husband right here in the center of the village in 1987. It shocked the entire nation and it strengthened the laws against sati. Especially the glorification of sati was banned. Yet, as you can see here, the villagers have erected a makeshift shrine for her. Even though the practice itself is banned, the glorification of sati lives on. In fact, India has at least 250 sati temples, including 11 in the district of Sikar alone. Women who commit sati are worshipped as Sati Devi, or a goddess. In Hindu tradition, sati is an act of piety and is said to purge a woman of all accumulated sin. No wonder then that villagers from the surrounding region visit this temple for her blessings.
Once she became a sati, she got healing powers. Her respected status means that people's prayers are answered. That's why people come here from all around. Our pain and diseases are healed through her blessings.
But India's strong anti-sati laws are helping to eradicate the practice, and very few take place in India today. As the villagers' prompt action in stopping Sharbati shows, Indian society is coming to terms with living with the tradition but not adding to it. Karan Singh, RT, Sikar.